I've been busy off camera. Welcome back to Create Above and Beyond in the creative testing world where like I said, have been very, very busy expanding the Chapter 2 factory, and expand I have done. I mean, it's a lot. Look at this. Look at Chapter 1. Look at Chapter 2. This isn't even done yet. I haven't even designed everything yet. I didn't want to do it without you guys, but I did want to get more done. You can see I've taken our volatile skystone solution and not copied, but ported over to a destabilized redstone solution. I've added a lot of decorative elements with these pipes and stuff, connecting the belts here, encasing them, and I've gone and made our quartz duplicator as well as pure whatever, what is it called, polished rose quartz creator. And you can see this thing is not slow. I haven't been running it for that long. There's lulls, right, but then it kind of just picks up and it looks fun because it goes back and forth, and it produces a pretty decent amount of these things. I'm pretty proud of this. I think it looks cool. We can go take a look at the inner workings of this area. We're using creative energy stuff because it turns out that using like the energy pipes just doesn't work for some reason, which is super unfortunate. So we'll have to have lava pumped into magmatic generators. But you can see here are our chargers, all there and happy. They all flow into depots that this mechanical arm then puts into the basins that have the volatile skystone solution. And then, of course, like the old one, is just pumped into this giant, unnecessarily huge tank. As far as decoration, like I said, I've added these piping elements just to make it look a little more erratic. I like that kind of steampunk look, like almost the back of the house, not the house, the bathhouse in Spirited Away. I love that. I added casing, brass casing, to these belts to give them more substance. And I think I like the design I went with putting the final mixer in the center with the large cogs staggered here. And then I think this looks cool. I added some like pipes to make it really look like it was, coming out of the ground, like it was a machine that was being held up. This is the back switch that's going to stay here. It's the only way I could really get water. I mean, I suppose I could pipe water into this thing, but it wouldn't pipe fast enough. And then down here, pretty simply, I route over some rotational force. There's a crafter up there crafting the pure Certus quartz into the Certus quartz seeds. You can see, we actually have a ton of seeds because I've just been throwing a bunch of Certus quartz into it, testing out different ways to make this fast. I think this is fine. I think I know I could have more and make this faster, but I like this. And something that's fun, because everything is really being managed by ender chests. Well, I suppose these guys aren't actually being managed by ender chests. These guys don't count, but a lot of things are being managed by ender chests. So, if we ever need more, like it's potentially we'll need to make a second andesite alloy crafter because this throttles pretty hard after a little bit. But that's okay because it's all ender chest tech. So the last thing we have to do for this wacky chapter is just get the electron tube going, which is super easy. We just need to melt down some iron and spout it onto polished rose quartz. I don't feel like we'd even need more than one spout and a little bit of iron nugget production. I guess it just comes down to how we want to make it look. There's a part of me that almost just wants to make it super simple. Like, hide it underground, because it's just a nothing, The biggest part is crushing cobblestone into gravel and then washing that. I wonder if there's even, like, another way to make gravel. If there's, like, an easier... can you pulverize cobblestone in this pack, or did they remove that? Oh, wait. You can. Yeah, you can just use a pulverizer. Because all that's going to be is an igneous extruder that we put that augment in to make it push downwards into a pulverizer that's being powered. And then I suppose the only way to get the iron nuggets out of this is washing it, though. But then that's as easy as just dropping a bunch of items onto the ground. Like, this is not gonna be hard. It doesn't look steampunky either, right? Like, I feel like none of that fits into a steampunk thing. Crushing wheels and washing and stuff just isn't steampunk. So I think we'll leave this as the visible part, and then we'll keep this iron generator somewhere far away. Or we could make a smaller bit for like a forge, like we specifically make a forge. I'm starting to think this would not look bad if we were to have like a smeltery set up here, right? Not too bad at all. Yeah, that works. That definitely works. And then we would have, I suppose, I have this idea of the forge kind of like raising up in the back. I don't know why I feel like that's how it would look. Are there like seared stairs or something like that? Yeah, there are. Okay. Are there any variations of seared brick stairs? Not really. This is probably not going to be attached to the steampunk area. But now I'm just thinking, you know, we can get some cool, like, lava flow decal, right? Decal. Decoration. Now I'm kind of having this, like, vision, you know, of pipes coming out the sides of this thing, because then we would have, what is it called? It's like a seared drain, right, for fluid input output. And that connects. Okay, that does connect. Nice. So something like that. Yep. Yep. Could we get this thing to look steampunky? Like if we lined it with some copper casing, does that add something to this? Does that give it a sort of look? That looks a whole lot more steampunk, actually. I know it's not steampunk, of course, but starting to like it. And then we would have the pipes go underground, right? That's where they would route to. That's where the pump would be. And there'd probably only be a pump on one side. Although maybe I would have a pump on both sides to get like the decoration, right? To hit that with like glass maybe to see the iron flowing through. Maybe. This almost reminds me of like a copper coil like heating thing, you know? But what if I replace the copper with this copper? This, what is this? Copper shingles. How do you make copper shingles? Okay, that's a lot of copper. But what if I replaced it with this to give it that look of like copper coil? It's definitely interesting. I think maybe it's too much of that texture. So we would give it these like supports. Well, while I'm messing around trying to get this thing to look all nice and pretty, why don't we go into our Q&A of the day, coming in from the Discord, as always, link in the description. We have so many members, and we could always have one more. This one's coming in from Kane, asking what my favorite drink is. Adult drinks are included in this question. It's lemonade, actually. Even as an adult drink, it's lemonade. I really, really like lemonade. It's my favorite drink in the whole wide world, and I could drink it forever and ever and ever. And hey, you know, while you're joining the Discord to give Q&As for the days, why don't you make sure you've hit that subscribe button? This channel has recently been exploding in subscribers. I mean, absolutely skyrocketing. And I wonder, is it possible to hit 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month? I think it might be, but only with your help. Okay, I think this looks like something interesting, something peculiar, something strange. I know it's very bulky and it's not perfect, but I suppose I can't make it perfect. I think this looks pretty cool, actually. I think this looks like a steampunky, techie kind of like copper, you know, what to call it? Copper coil heating system. Yeah. And you know what? There are seared things for the smeltery, but there's another one, isn't there, from Tinker's Construct? Scorched stone, which is like basalt, I think. Is there a scorched? Oh wait. What's that? Foundry controller. Is that different? Oh, it's more expensive, that's for sure. Is a foundry different? A foundry is used for liquefying logic. I didn't know that. Oh, the foundry is the one that can, like, turn dusts into other things. But I'm pretty sure a nugget, right? Like this turns into one nugget. Okay, so we can do this as a decorative sense. I think that does look better in the block palette for sure. Oh, but that also means I need to make a floor. Like that. Does that work? Oh. What? Those can't be copper? Does it need to be bigger than the... Okay, well, we're not going to use it then, because... Okay, that's too bad. There we go. Okay, back to this guy. I'm thinking maybe keeping it more pristine looking, right? Like it's got it's been clean and stuff, makes it look a little bit more industrial. I think with the cracked stuff, it looked like poorly made, which isn't quite right. Maybe even a different type of seared block. Yes, I like that. I like that. Now we should very much integrate it actually with this, because I think it should definitely be a part of it. Oh yeah, that fits in great actually. That totally fits in. That totally fits in. I like it too. It definitely has this feeling of like this heated machine, this copper machine that sits on the side of it. Potentially, I want to make it even taller to match the grandeur of these guys. Um, I almost wonder how it would have looked if this was central to both of these, but then that machine would be totally hidden. Okay, yeah, I think this looks really cool. I think this looks super cool. And then in the back, easy enough, we would have these two guys being powered by lava, our infinite lava, right? That would be somewhere down here, which we can just boop like that. Oh wait, I could just use fluid cells. Never mind, I could use fluid cells powered. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, but fluid cells are a little expensive, and we're already going to be making a lot of them, right? Oh no, they're not expensive. They're just kind of annoying to craft. I'll still leave these pipes here as decoration, but yeah, fluid cells are going to be easier. We'd have one cell here, obviously with auto input and auto output. It would output to the top and input on its right. This one would input on its left, output on its top, and then we would take a creative tank, fill it with lava, and that should do that. Great. Obviously, that won't be a creative tank in survival. That'll be our ender tank. But it looks like it's being powered by pipes. So where should this spout the rose quartz? Should it even spout it visually? Should the rose quartz spouting even be something we see? I'm thinking no. I'm thinking this looks better as just something that exists here, and we may find some way to give it a little bit more life, a little bit more movement, you know. But I say no. I say it should happen underground. In fact, could I put a drain underneath of this thing? Like, could the floor be a drain? Yep, that means we could use a fluid cell. That means we could use a fluid cell and make our lives so much easier. Cell goes there. Inputs from the top. Could output in the front. Spout. Spout, spout, spout. There. Depot. Under it. And then we just have the depot go into, I guess, an ender chest. Suppose we can call this one red, light gray, right? To kind of, I guess red, gray is better. I'm trying to make each of these kind of resemble the item they're holding, just because I think that'll make it easier to remember. So red, gray for electron tube. Very nice. Now we gotta actually put iron in this thing, which is not something I thought about. I suppose that could be done underneath as well, because there is item transportation, correct? A seared chute is input and output. Yeah, a seared chute is input and output. So I imagine, yep, we could do that. And then we could very much have, this would be interesting, a brass funnel going in that takes in iron nuggets. Now the problem is it'll also, although it will also wash into annoying flint. Because what I was thinking is you have a fan here just blowing the items upwards, like the way items levitate, you know? But that won't work because the flint will get stuck and just pile up. I don't want flint to pile up. So I'm thinking we'll just have to do a chute and belt method. Yeah, that's okay. You know what? Since we're already pulling lava, why don't we use the magmatic dynamo to power... Oh, these can't be upside down, can they? Well, it doesn't matter. Because what I'm thinking about doing is taking ourselves a pulverizer, right? That we can now power with the magmatic dynamo, as long as this thing also pushes downwards. There we go. That's going to power that guy. Here, we'll put some resonant integral components in this guy to make it real juicy. Nice. So then as long as there's an igneous extruder next to this guy, and it would be easy enough to get water and lava sitting next to this one, like that. Now that guy's producing. And then I need this augment here, and we're going to hope that it actually works on these guys. Shoot. Ooh. Well, actually, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Because I could just put that down here, and then use a flex cable. Like so. Boop. That'll still power that. Very nice. And then we'll just use a hopper. I forgot that this igneous extruder is nice and easy because it doesn't need anything underneath of it. So you can actually hopper out of that. Beautiful. So that's going to start pulverizing. Put some... I imagine if I put resonant components in both of them, it'll be okay. Although, actually, is that consuming too fast? Nope, we're good. Boy, that does create a whole lot of byproduct, doesn't it? Could we get away with a flex linkage amplifier? One flex linkage amplifier. Exactly one flex linkage amplifier we can get away with. I would kind of want this to be faster. Considering how much of this we'll need. Do I even need to deal with the sand and the flint? Like, is this thing smart enough to know that it wants to make gravel? I have no idea. Oh, it's kind of unfortunate that I do have to get some rotational force over to this. I wish I could do this without rotational force, but the only way to get the iron nuggets is by washing. So we need a fan, and we need a way to get the iron nuggets onto this depot. I could do this. Take items from this belt, deposit it here. That didn't seem too bad. That didn't seem too bad at all. So if I do a take and a give and a that and a gearbox. Come here. Gearbox, and give ourselves a cog that powers you. You're going to be a bit of a troublemaker, aren't you? No, this is not going to be a troublemaker at all. This is actually easy and peasy, and I'll just put a gravel there for ugliness. Chain drives, baby. Love these things. Yeah, perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, so that's everything powered. Oh, I replaced the hopper with some chutes and moved this downward so it can move 4 at a time because this produces 4 at a time. And then now we have an issue with power. Actually, no, we don't. Don't do that, please. Wait, that's not... Ah! Okay, okay, I'm messing around too much. Stop. No. Dang it. Okay, there we go. Oof. We'll also get this guy, because now I know we're going to want 2 of these. Could you please output on the bottom? You should have resonant inside of you. Perfect. And now we can use the flux ducts. There we go. So this guy should now be able to handle that and that. And fully upgraded? Perfect. We can have it fully upgraded for speed. That's pretty fast. I like that. Nice. Now, where might I be able to find some rotational force? Let's go into spectator mode and see where I can find the most direct rotational... Right here. Right there. Now, that's not 180. That's not 256. This needs to be 256. So we'll have to gear ratio it, but not too bad. I hope you guys haven't been minding these very creative mode focused episodes. This is a huge project, and I don't always have time to stream it. Why? I was gonna say, why does that not want to do what I want it to do? So I hope you guys are able to enjoy this. But do let me know in the comments. Do let me know in the comments. All right, this shouldn't do it. Sorry. All right, this should do the trick. Okay, so the belts are moving in the right direction, but the fan is not. Oh, and let's see if this thing freaks out. It doesn't seem to freak out. We'll see, though. We'll leave that on. How about that? There we have it. Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. I should probably tell this thing to wait for a stack. since it moves fast enough for that for sure. Hopefully this works. Oh, wait. I'm not dealing with the flint at all. Well, the flint's easy enough to just put a smart chute underneath. It'll drop down, right? Yeah. I just want to make sure that the hand works. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. That's for rose quartz. The hand's supposed to be putting that there. Whoops. It should be like that. That's dumb. That was dumb of me. Okay, definitely deposit from there. Take from there. And that works. Okay, cool beans. So we know this should work, so hopefully what that means is if we come up here, we should see this thing fill with iron nuggets, and then when it melts, it should almost instantaneously be gone. And then running down here, that should be this spout with molten iron inside. Oh, there we go. Okay, beautiful. And then all we need is the ender chest coated to pink, pink, pink. And honestly, a hopper should be more than fast enough. Really more than fast enough. So you, pink, 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 and that. Yep. There we go. And there's electron tube production. Okay, nice. And all of it is hidden underneath this really snazzy looking, like, copper coil smelter. I love it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm almost a little worried about how limited the speed of this is. I don't know. I don't want to be making things too slow. Also, it does seem like we're going to have to filter out the sand and the flint. That's definitely going to fill up. But that is easy to do with the filter. And it does seem like the pulverizer doesn't move fast enough. It won't keep up. Oh, that sucks. So crushing wheels are a lot better. It's just sad because I like all the tech stuff, but I guess it saves us some resources and some pain. Oh, get out of here. Okay, I'm going to tell this guy to wait until it has a stack, and then we are going to get this one up and running again. Okay, there we go. This should be producing plenty of cobblestones, and these should be crushing plenty fast. It looks like there's only going to be a buffer of about 2 belt line. And I suppose I can move this back a few. But I want to keep the footprint, like, under this thing. We'll see. Might still be fast enough. Yep. Looks like there's constantly going to be something washing. Nice. It'll even double up. That's perfect. That's what I want. That should keep a decently steady flow of iron coming into the machine. Oh, it may even be constant. That'll be tight. Nope. Look at that. Look at that. It might actually be, like, actually constant. Like, it'll consistently be able to do it. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Perfect, 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 perfect. Our copper coil creator is created. I just want to use this time to say thank you so much to the members of this channel. They are helping this channel and me become closer and closer to becoming a full-time content creator. So if that's something you'd be interested in, subscribe and become a member.